Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Grandmaster Oga here today with a brand new deck profile of my Lost World True King Dino deck. This format, the Dino deck, is way better, especially with the return of True King Lithosagum, and also having three Miscellaneousaurs to help with the grind game. I firmly believe that this deck right here is not only going to be a meta deck, but also a meta destroying deck as well. So let's go ahead and get on into the deck profile. Starting off with the main deck, put this off to the side. You'll start off with 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. So what this card does is that, once per turn, you can send either a dinosaur monster from the deck to the graveyard or add it back to your hand with its effects on summon, whether it's normal summon or special summon. And the second effect is that you could pop a dinosaur monster on the field to special summon a dinosaur monster from the graveyard. Now, some people don't know this, but if you actually special summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno correctly, and it gets destroyed somehow and sent to the graveyard, whatever, Soul Eating Oviraptor could resurrect your boss monster, which is pretty sick, pretty ridiculous. Alright, this is the heart and soul of the deck. This is your main starter card. You want to see this all the time. Alright, next we have Miscellaneousaurs. And what this card is, not only is it a fire type, but you can discard this card from your hand to the graveyard. During the main phase, all your dinosaur monsters are protected from your opponent's card effects, which is absolutely absurd. So you could actually special summon or normal summon your Oviraptor, and then if your opponent tries to Ash Blossom your Oviraptor, then you could just discard this from your hand, and your Oviraptor is safe. You can continue on with your plays, which is phenomenal. Alright, and also, you could banish this along with other monsters from your graveyard equal to the amount of monsters that you banish. You could special summon that many level dinosaur monster from your deck. So you could discard this and maybe like a Giant Rex. You send it to your banish pile, and you get to special summon a level 2 dinosaur monster, which I'm going to explain later, and also your Giant Rex from its own banish effect. So this right here is excellent for the grind game, and there's ways to recycle this from your banish pile if you need to, which I'll also get into as well. Alright, next we have 2 of our boss monster, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This bad boy is sick. Not only does it has like a 3,500 attack, there it is, and 3,200 defense, but it's an easy special summon. You banish 2 dinosaur monsters from your graveyard, special summon this, and once per turn, quick effect, you can pop a dinosaur monster, well, any monster, I believe. I think it's any monster. Yeah, any monster, and then you could from your hand or field, and you could flip all face-up monsters your opponent controls into face-down defense. And also, it could attack all your opponent's monsters once each, which is ridiculous, especially with 3,500 attack. And also, if it's attacking a defense monster, you could send it straight to the graveyard, and you make your opponent lose 1,000 life points, which is amazing. Because it doesn't destroy, it just sends them straight to the graveyard, so you could dodge a lot of insane effects whenever monsters get destroyed, which is pretty sick. I am really excited for this deck, if you couldn't tell. This deck is, finally a high-tiered deck, which I've been waiting for forever. Alright, let's go to the babies. We got 2 baby Ceratosaurus, and also 2 petite Pteranodons. You could pop these with either one of your dinosaurs effect, like Ultimate Conductor or your Soul Eating Oviraptor, to gain effects. Whenever these cards are destroyed, with the baby Ceratosaurus, you can special summon a level 4 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck, and with Petite Pteranodon, you can special summon level 4 or higher. I like this ratio personally myself because most of your monsters are at level 4 anyways, And you could use them interchangeably to depending on what you need. I think this is the right ratio, 2 and 2. Some people do 3 and 3. Some people do 1 and 1. Some people just do one baby Ceratosaurus, which I just simply don't understand, especially with Lithosagum. But they're both Earth. They both gain effects when you pop them, and there's so many ways to pop them in this deck that you just really can't lose, especially with Lost World, which I'm gonna get into with Lost World. All right, we got 2 Dogran, the Mad Flame Kaijus. I love this guy right here. You can special summon it off of your Petite Pteranodon because it's a level 8 dinosaur monster, and Petite Pteranodon can special summon a level 4 or higher dinosaur monster, which is great, And not only that, if your opponent has a problematic card, you could tribute their monsters to, gain, special summon this, and then you can easily destroy it with all the effects that you have in your deck. It's a great one of, and it's a fire monster, which is fuel for your True King monsters, which I too will get into. There's a lot of details with this deck, but very fun deck, very grindy, very OTK heavy. All right, then we're gonna go into our one-ofs. Giant Rex. Whenever this card is banished from your graveyard, you can special summon it. It's a level 4 and it's an Earth, so it has lots of synergy with this deck. You don't want to run more than one. But you definitely don't want to run none of these. You have to run one of these cards in your deck if you want a competitive dinosaur deck. Very powerful card. All right. Next we have Overtex Quatless, a one of. Whenever this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send it through the effect of Soul Eating Overraptor. You get to search for a double evolution pill, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then also, you can special summon this by recurring your banished dinosaur monsters back into your deck, which is absolutely free with the type of strategy this deck goes through. And only that, it's also a spell and trap negate once per turn by destroying a dinosaur monster. Again, you could destroy one in your hand or field. So if you have a baby in your hand, you negate the activation of their spell and trap card, and you also get a free body on the, a body from the babies, which are, dinosaurs, and also in spell and trap negate, which is so good. And if it's sent to the graveyard, I believe you could add a double evolution pill as well. If this card was sent to a graveyard by a card effect. Yeah, so if it's sent, like, let's say they Raigeki your Overtex Quatless somehow, they go through your negate, and it's sent to the graveyard because of Raigeki, well, guess what? You get a sweet double evolution pill. And, double evolution pill will help you get one of your boss monsters out, which you have multiple of in this dinosaur deck. Really important card. It's a one of, but I wouldn't run more than one. Okay, we got Jericaolo. Simple plays. It's a fire. It's a level 1. It helps the deck run a little bit easier, and it's a tuner, so you could go into Trishula plays with this card as well. Not that important, but still very important. You need this. Trust me. Alright, next card, I'm going to go with my Pink Boy Flex, Mr. Dino Wrestler Pankratops. It's special summon this card whenever your monster has more monsters. Whenever your opponent has more monsters than you do. It's a free body on the field, and it's a quick effect. You contribute one Dino Wrestler Pankratops, to quick effect, destroy one card your opponent controls, which is nuts. Anytime I special summon this card, I see my opponents, they shit their pants. Like, literally, like, yo, do you need some Charmin, bro? Like, shit their pants. Like, I love this card. This is an excellent one of. Next, we're going to go into our True King engine. I play 3 True King Agnamazad, the Banisher. I'm going to put the common down on the bottom. Alright? And then 1 True King Lithosagum, which is absolutely nuts. Let's go ahead and talk about Agnamazad. Whenever you pop 2 fire monsters, you get to banish a card on your opponent's side of the field, whether it's spell or trap, which is sweet, you know, but you know, all you need is one monster, one fire monster to destroy, and then you special summon this card along with, you know, destroying another card, of course. So you could do Missile and Ceratosaurus and Baby, which I like to do personally because they both, you know, it's like no loss to you at all, really. And then you get a level 9 monster on the field, and then you could potentially make True King of all calamities, which is one of this deck's win conditions. One of this deck's many win conditions, I should say. So, 3 of those. One Lithosagam. What Lithosagam do, when you pop 2 Earth-type monsters, whether it's on your hand, in your hand or on the field or both, you get to banish 3 cards from your opponent's extra deck. Yeah. So yesterday I dueled against one of my friends and he was playing Sky Striker. I destroyed his ground game because I banished 1 Kagari, 1 Shizuku, and one of that one card, Hayate, I guess. Yeah, and you know, cut down his ground game significantly. You know, which is absolutely nuts. You know, this is like awesome. I love that Konami brought this back for dinosaur players. This is like our Christmas present right here. All right. Next, we're gonna go into a couple of hand traps. We got. Oh, hold up. Give me a second. I should have 3 of these. I only have 2. What? 3 Ash Blossoms. Let me make sure. I guess I only played 2. That's crazy. Alright, 2 Ash Blossoms. It should be 3 Ash Blossoms. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, yeah, there it is. 3 Ash Blossoms. Wow. That's embarrassing. I'm going to try to edit that out. Probably not. Anyways, 3 Ash Blossoms. Self-explanatory. Opponent searches, you tell them no. If your opponent sends a card from the deck to graveyard, you tell them no. If they try to special summon from the deck, you tell them hell no. Hell no, dude. Hell no. I got more respect than that. Anyways, let's go on to our spell cards. We got 3 Fossil Digs. You can search, I usually search Osoling Oviraptor, or, you know, Missile and Ceratosaurus, depending on what my hand looks like. You know, very rare do I special summon one of the babies with this card, but you know, you add a level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. Yeah, no special summoning. So, you know, that's really good spell card right there. One of your main starter cards. Next we go ahead and we got Lost World. Lost World is an amazing field card. What that does, it's whenever you would normal summon or special summon the dinosaur monster, you get to special summon the token on your opponent's side of the field, and your opponent cannot target any monsters on the field except for that token, which is absolutely bonkers. So, you know, you end up kind of sort of protecting your dinosaur monsters from certain card effects, like, you know, your opponent cannot ash because they cannot target the monsters that you want to search with. They cannot, you know, they just can't target your monsters, which is like nuts if they have a token. And all the monsters on the field lose 500 attack if they're not dinosaur monsters, and you're running a mostly dinosaur engine, so you know this is like no loss to you at all. And you could also, if one of the normal dinosaur monsters on the field was to be destroyed by a card effect or battle, you could destroy a dinosaur monster in your deck instead. So you could chain this with your Petite Pteranodon or your Baby Ceratosaurus, and you pop those in your deck, and you get a free monster on board through the popping of those babies, which is excellent. One of your main starter cards right here, Lost World. You can't play dinos without it, honestly. You really can't. Alright. Next we have Dragonic Diagram, another starter card. I feel like if you have a deck that plays field cards, it's usually a little bit better, especially with Dragonic Diagram and Lost World. These 2 cards are amazing. I'm also going to put Terraforming in here as well, so you can search any card that you need. But what Dragonic Diagram does is you could pop 1 monster in your hand or on the field to search for a True King or a True Draco, True King, monster card from your deck to your hand. So, you know, you pop a Baby Ceratosaurus, you get to search for your true king Lithosagum. Let's say you go for, when you pop Baby Ceratosaurus, you have another Baby Ceratosaurus in your hand. You got a Giant Rex on the field from your first Baby Ceratosaurus getting popped. Guess what? You got True King Lithosagum. You banish the cards from your opponent's extra deck, which is one of my favorite things to do because I just watch them weep, and it's a beautiful thing. Alright, next we're going to go off to our one of spells. Double Evolution Pill. Banish one dinosaur monster and one non-dinosaur monster from your graveyard to the banish pile. Special summon a dinosaur from the deck. Level 7 or higher. So you can special summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. You can special summon Pankratops. You can even special summon Doggeran. You can special summon the Overtex Quatless. Whatever you need in that situation, you can use this card to help you out with, and you do have a few targets like Ash Blossom and the True King monsters, so that are not dinosaurs, to help you off, combo off with the Double Evolution Pill, which is amazing. Alright, next we're going to go into Regeki. I love Regeki. If you can't afford Lightning Storm, one Regeki, you know what, hey, we'll take those. We'll take those victories any day. Then I have one Twin Twister just in case. I never want to get caught with my pants down when it comes to your opponent playing back row decks. I only play one. I play two more in my side deck, which I'll get into. Alright. Whoops. Then I have one Monster Reborn, self-explanatory. Special summon the monster from your opponent's or your own graveyard, which is great. I'm glad that they unbanned this and gave it a sweet secret rare upgrade. That looks so sexy. Anyways. Then, last but not least, the only traps that we run, 3 evenly matched. This is a going second deck, with this card right here, it helps you facilitate, just shutting down your opponent, breaking boards. Whenever you activate this card effect, your opponent banishes cards face down on the field, except for one, because evenly matched is the only card you would control. So, yeah, evenly matched is a must-have. You gotta play this card. This is so amazing. Alright, next we're gonna go off and start off with our extra deck. First things first, True King of All Calamities. That's a rank 9. You get 2 level 9 monsters together. You make this card. It basically says that your opponent cannot play. Hands down. It negates the effects of monster effects. You call you detach a material, you call an element, and whatever attribute you call, its effects are negated. Also, all monsters with that same effect, that same attribute on the field is also negated as well, which is great. Alright. Then I have Evilzar Logia and Evilzar Doka. These two are, even though they're dragon monsters, these two are so important to your deck. Doka negates monster effects. It's not hard once per turn. Detach one material. Negate a monster effect, and if you do destroy it, you detach 2 materials, and you can negate a summon, a normal or a special summon of a monster, or a spell or trap card that is activated. These two are really good. I think maybe Doka is a little bit more important, but Logia is more versatile. So, you kind of need both of them, even though they're both dragons. I don't understand why, but whatever. I'll make the rules. Next, we will go off to Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is one of the cards that shut down today's meta game. It, detach one material, and your opponent cannot use effects in their extra deck. Their graveyard. Dugaris, I love Dugaris. Dugaris has a lot of important effects on it. It's a rank 4, and it's a fire type. But the effect that I usually use is that I detach 2 materials, draw 2 cards, and skip my next draw phase. But who cares? This is an OTK deck. Drawing 2 cards in this deck? Puh, please. You gotta play this card. I'm so glad I got this card. Alright, next I got Baguska. Simple card. Castel. The Sky Blaster Musketeer, which is great. Now we're going to go with our one and only Synchro, Trishula. Ice Bear of the Dragon. Dragon of the Ice Barriers. Holy. This card right here won me a game yesterday against my friend Claude. I banished one of the card on this field. I think it was Shizuku, F Shizuku. I banished a card from his hand, and I also banished Array from the graveyard, which is great. So GG Sky Strikers. Dinosaurs took your spot. Yeah, beautiful card. It's a one of. It's pretty cheap right now, so it's easy to get. Alright, next I will go off with our Link monsters. I got Cyframe Girlanda, which is a generic Link 2. Alright. If I could replace this card with anything, it would be IP Masquerade, because IP is just a little bit better, in my opinion. Because it's a little bit more useful. You can link someone on your opponent's turn, which is great. Then I will go with the Boral Sword. The Boral brothers. Boral Sword Dragon and Boral Low Dragon. OTK outs certain matchups that that are pretty annoying. All right. Then I'll go off with Apollosa. I can't believe. I'm just just a side note. I can't believe how expensive this card is now. I got lucky enough to get in a special edition Rising Rampage booster pack. So which is nice. I spent $10 on the booster pack, and now this card is $125. Yeah, it is absurd. So, whoever got this card early, good job, you guys. Who doesn't have this card, just wait for the reprints, because it took too long. Anyways, next, Nightmare Phoenix, pop a Spell Trap, Nightmare Unicorn to spin a card back to your opponent's deck, self-explanatory. Link Karibo for Jarek Yellow. Just in case, desperation play. It's still a really good card. Alright, next I'm going to go off to my side deck. I'm going to go through this quick because this is already a little too longer than I want it to be. 3 Joel and Walker Birds. Stop your opponents from searching as soon as they search for a spell trap into your hand. Ghost Bell Haunted Mansion. Really powerful hand trap for this format, especially against Solomon Grades, against Orcus, any graveyard heavy deck out there. This right here stops in their tracks pretty nicely. Next I have 3 Nibiru's. Screw combo deck, screw Solomon Grades. If they special summon 5 or more times, you drop this, you end their whole career. Simply put. Next, Call by the Grave. There are some decks that, you just have to run this, and, you gotta play this against Orcus because, Orcus is going crazy with their banishing. I still think they're still a pretty strong deck this format. Next I have the other 2 Twin Twisters. They're common. Alright. For back row decks, Altergeist, rest in peace. And also Super Poly for all those problematic matchups that you may or may not have. I have Super Poly in here. I don't even know why. Honestly, I'll just replace this with Dark Ruler No More. I did have an idea of putting Mud Dragon into the deck, also with the Storming Venom Fusion Dragon, but I just don't have enough room in my side deck, and honestly, dinosaurs don't need it. You got evenly matched, you don't need Super Poly. Anyways, thank you for listening to my sweet deck profile. You could go out there, conquer with this deck, destroy your friends, embarrass them. It's all good. It's all good in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, this is Grandmaster Ogre, signing out. Peace.